This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian.
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Aloha, you're with Koa. And this is Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rove Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the Hawaiian Hit Man, Koa.
Aloha, that's a great intro. I like that.
Yes, we like to do it big here on Wrestling With.
I feel like kicking down the curtains and run to the ring now.
Hell yeah. And when are you going to be doing that next event-wise?
I got one, let's see, tomorrow, I believe, in Peoria. Maybe that's Sunday. I don't know, pretty much every weekend. The been at this schedule now, God, probably like 4 or 5 years every weekend.
And working, and that's at AAW, correct?
No, that's August 22nd. That's the biggest show coming up.
Okay. And where can we find you on social media?
Instagram, Koa _ my government name, Vince Robbins. On Facebook, Hawaiian Hit Man, Koa. I think I got a TikTok too, maybe. Yeah, I do have a TikTok. I don't know what the name is though.
And you have a gym as well?
2. I got one in Sherwood, Illinois, and one in Aurora, Illinois.
That's Sherwood Fitness, correct?
Yeah, and the other one's MPG Fitness.
Perfect. Well, you don't have to go looking for it. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. Simply click the link and you will be there. Alright, let's get into it. You work for AAW. Can you tell us about your relationship with that company?
Yeah, this is my 4th year with the company, and I've only missed one show in 4 years. The only show I missed, I was booked on a pay-per-view with NWA, so it was like I only missed one show with them, and yeah, it's been a great relationship. Love working for them. I think they love me because they keep booking me, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I usually have about 20-30 of my members from my gym come up and they have a good time watching a show and hooting and hollering. You know, it's my way of like being able to connect with the audience and the members in this character of Koa, which it's going on 30 years now. I've been doing pro wrestling, so the weekends they're a lot of fun for me.
What does that kind of mean to you to have that type of connection with the members of your gym that, you know, they're coming out to support you?
Oh, it means a lot because it's one thing that they choose your gym over all the other gyms. You know, that part's really cool. And then they take my advices on their fitness lifestyle and their fitness journey, which I'm very honored to give that information that they need to help them get in shape and get in, you know, further their fitness journey. But the fact that they come out and they get behind my character, it's like, man, I can't. It's really cool. It's very cool. Yeah.
Do most of them know, like, what pro wrestling is, or are they just supporting you personally?
I think so. That's a great question, actually, because a lot of them coming in, they thought that, like, you know, they don't know what to think because they've never seen a show before. So I'm like kind of opening up their eyes to it, and it's really neat because they'll come in and they'll be like, I've never seen a show like that, and I think they're being honest, but they could be lying. But I think they're being honest when they say, we had a lot of fun, and they continue to buy tickets to the shows. They continue to show up. They buy the merch, and it was about last summer where I came up with my new shirt, which is the Koa Ohana shirt. So if you wear the shirt, you're not only saying that you're a fan of mine, but you're also a part of my family. So man, I sold those shirts fast. I literally went through my first batch of 500 was gone. I got that in July. It was gone by like September. So, and I've already had 3 reorders. So it was super, super cool to see that. And then when the members wear them inside the gym, that's another thing that's cool. I do a part of my gimmick is I throw out Hawaiian leis at the beginning of the contest, and a lot of people will shoot. They'll tag me on their story on social media with their lei in that they caught in the crowd. They'll have it hanging from their rearview mirror. So that's another thing that's really cool. It definitely brightens my day. It makes me happy when I see stuff like that.
Hell yeah. Like you said, not necessarily, just fans, but ohana.
Yeah, got a lot of them.
Well, not a lot of ohana in this match. Can you tell us about the scramble match you had against Jake Something, Gary J, Silas Young, Isaiah Moore, and Levi Everett? I mean, those are a bunch of high-profile names, no?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I don't remember the match though, man. That was like a couple of years ago. I think you talk to anybody who's gotten, put 3 decades into the business, and they don't remember shit about the matches. I don't really remember matches. I know all those guys are great. Jake ran the locker room with me for about 2 years. He was running with AAW, so I really respect him. And he's another guy who's like he puts a lot of effort into his physique, and that's why he's gotten so far in the business. He's a great character to work with. Yeah, nothing but respect for him. He said, oh man, Isaiah Moore. So Isaiah, he was in that match, wasn't he? Because I think I took a cutter. I tried to hit. No, that's right. I do. I do remember this match. I hit Levi with my frog splashing, and Isaiah caught me with a cutter, and he drove my head into the mat, and I was like, I thought I had won the match, and then he hit me with the cutter, and it was like lights out for me. The Isaiah, man, I love working with him. I've worked 3 or 4 times with him, maybe more, and every single time has been a pleasure. He's a tough competitor. He's not easy to beat. Super athletic, incredibly agile, but he will be missed in pro wrestling. I don't know if you guys saw it. He retired.
I did not.
Yep.
Well, I hope it was under good circumstances.
No, I don't think so. Something's going on at home, and I just pray for him. I love the guy. I left him a heartfelt message on his post, and yeah, I wish the best for him. He's AAW Pro's Heritage Champion right now, and yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that title, but if anybody deserves it, I think it's me.
Yeah, I would say so. But thoughts and pros to Isaiah as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now you mentioned your time in pro wrestling. You started in '97,
Correct.
but you took 20 years off of pro wrestling.
It wasn't really 20 years because I would come back for matches here and there, but from a straight run, I did a straight run for 4 years, and then I did a 2-year run, and then I just did a bunch of just like local shows where they get like the boys back together and they have a good time with it. And then I've been going 4 years nonstop pretty much every weekend.
What kind obviously, a different time in the business. What kind of caused you to take that, not put everything into pro wrestling at that time in '97? And what eventually kind of allowed you to, have such a full run nowadays, the last 4 years?
That's a great question. So in '97, I graduated high school, and I took my high school graduation money and joined pro wrestling. I paid $3,000 for the school, World Wrestling Association, and I was trained and broken in there. And the whole time I was a college baseball player. So my attention was never fully into college baseball. It was never fully into college. It was never fully into pro wrestling. It was divided, you know. And then I ran my shoot job as a trainer and front desk manager at the Gold's Gym in town that I lived in. So there's so much of my energy that was divided, and I did that for 4 years. And then I got to a point where I was like, man, I'm never going to graduate college because I changed my degree. Number one, long story why I changed my degree. It was something that happened that was really sad. Um, I had pursuing a degree in criminal justice. I wanted to be a police officer, and my cousin was killed in the line of duty. And I just maybe take a step back and say, I don't think I want to live that kind of life.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, and so then I pursued which my next interest was. I was already a trainer at the gym, and I did like started bodybuilding at 15. So I went into personal training, and I switched my degree to athletic training. So didn't just take me 4 years to graduate college. It took me a fifth year because I had, I was taking the minimum of classes that I could take so I can still play baseball, and that's all I really cared about back then. It was I just wanted, not that I ever thought I would go pro, because I never did. I knew I was good enough to play, but I never had an inkling that I'm going to be a pro baseball player. It's not going to, I just knew that that was in the cards for me, but I still had an enormous amount of fun doing it. And if the college was going to pay for me to go to school by doing it, then I was all about it. So after after college was done, I then go, okay, now what am I going to do? Where am I going to live? How am I going to do this? Right, like most pro wrestlers do.
Right.
And you're not going to make it on $50 a match. Shit, I think we were getting like 30 or maybe $20 back then. We weren't making much money at all. So now I got to take all this time and energy, and I need to focus into a way to put a roof over my head and have a car to drive and put food in my belly. So I went full time from there. I came back home from California to Illinois, and I continued to work for the first company I worked for, which was Gold's Gym. And I worked as their personal training director for two clubs. I worked at the Bradley location and then the Joliet location. And I did that for a while. And then always look at like, okay, I'm starting to, I got a place to live, my car to drive, I got food in my belly. I got to get back into wrestling. So I started looking out there and seeing what was available. The company I broke in with was already folded. Another company that I wrestled with on a regular, they folded too. So Windy City Pro Wrestling was still around. So I'm like, okay, let me go message Sam DeCero and see what I can do here. And that's where I came back and worked with Sam. And I did it because, number one, I loved and missed pro wrestling, because that's like, since I was 6 years old in Hawaii and I was watching Polynesian Pro Wrestling live, I've been hooked on pro wrestling. It's like, in my opinion, it's one of the greatest forms of entertainment. Like, I put that right up there with watching movies on the big screen. Like, it's my favorite form of live entertainment. I don't think there's anything better.
Right.
I don't know. Sometimes when I go to Vegas and I go to like a top end strip club, that's pretty good too.
Different kind of entertainment, though.
But not in the Attitude Era. You remember the Attitude Era, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! Like, you turn on TV and it's like, is this PG?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to see this?
It was borderline.
But yeah, as me, and that's when I was like becoming an adult, and that was influencing me. That just drew me even more into pro wrestling and made me want to like chase this dream again.
I'm sure Sable influenced a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. But then I was like, okay, so had to take a step back, analyze my life. I'm like, okay, I'm making enough money to make it right now, but I'm not making enough money to purchase my own house, to do the things that I think we're programmed to think that it's a form of success. Like when you're a kid, you're like, okay, what is success? Well, let's listen to what the adults say. Own your own house, own your own cars, have a pension, have a retirement, all that stuff. That's success. And for me, then I was like, how am I going to chase that when I would walk into work on Monday and I can barely walk, you know, yeah, because the pain from the match over the weekend is so great. So I put it back on the back burner, and then every once in a while there would be I would see an ad on like MySpace. Remember MySpace? I'm really dating myself by saying MySpace. Or Facebook. When Facebook first came out, so I was a college student when Facebook first came out, and you had to be a college student on there to even have a Facebook. You couldn't have one otherwise. And I would see stuff like College of Pro Wrestling or seminar camps, and they would be on there. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go check this out. And I'd go in there and I'd meet up with the promoter. I was running it, and they like, you know, they see the seminar, they see me work in the ring. I always had a great body because I've been a bodybuilder all my life. They'd be like, hey, if you ever want to, you know, get back in the ring and work, you know, I'm like, yeah, that's great. So I do a short run, like I do like 3-4 months here and there. Nothing to the fact of where I was like going full time again, or even trying to. I never got into pro wrestling to be in the WWE or WCW. I got into pro wrestling because it was my favorite form of weekend activity. Let me explain. My friends from college, and even my friends that I made at work, they go out on the weekend, and you probably have experienced this in your life. We're gonna get fucked up this weekend. Okay. Go out to bars, get shit faced, try to talk to girls. You know, that's their form of fun. And I'm like, it's not fun for me. Number one, I don't like drinking or smoking. That's completely nothing that goes against who I am. And it going out to a bar, I cringe. I'm like, I don't. That's not me. But what do I like to do for fun? I like to beat myself up in a gym. I like that feeling of feeling alive. I like daredevil things like sky jumping, cliff diving. I like doing stuff like that you just feel. You know, I don't know if you saw, I own a couple race cars, and I love driving fast in them. I'm an adrenaline junkie. So I'm like, okay, I miss that feeling. And the only place that's ever gave me happiness was pro wrestling. So that's where I would keep going back and then getting away, going back, getting away. Until it was about 5 years ago. My friend Nick Huffman died. He ran the Looney Bin in gosh, I think that was like, I can't remember where. It was like either Bourbonnais area, Mantino area, maybe up north from there. It's a comedy factory. Rob Van Dam's actually performed at this comedy factory, and he passed away. And so a lot of my friends that knew that we were really good friends. He was my workout partner. When I first got into business, this is a guy I like hung out with, and we did wrestling matches all over together. They were like, hey, we want to do a battle royal in his name. Would you like to come back and honor his name doing this? I'm like, absolutely. Yeah. So then I said, let me break the rust off, because they were like, yeah, we want to use your character a lot in this match. So get in some ring shape for it. And I'm like, okay. Because there's one thing about being in shape. You know, I like literally before I did this podcast, I just did an hour of cardio. Did a 3-hour workout this morning with weights and then an hour of cardio before the podcast. And I'm like, I feel spent right now, but that don't mean I can wrestle in a match. Like, getting in ring shape is completely different because you're getting picked up and slammed. Your heart rate's going at 1,000 miles an hour. You're getting thrown off ropes. You're running. You're punching. You're kicking. You know, your body's taking impact on not only the ropes, not only the ring, not only the turnbuckles, but on the other human being that you're working with. Yeah, so I had to get in ring shape. So I went to Southland Championship Wrestling school for wrestling. And I went down there and I just knocked the rust off. And I was going, everything's having a good time. I made friends with this kid named Blake. His character name was VIP, Victor Ignatius. I don't remember what the P stands for. Pussy, maybe. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I love Blake. I'm just a terrible character. So he was really excited to be a part of the card. And he'd been working on the lower, like the intro matches. He's been on the lower end of the card, but he's like, I go, hey, are you working on the card? Maybe I'll come out and watch. He goes, oh man, I don't have anyone to work on the card. I'm like, they're not gonna fish some talent out for you? He goes, nah, man, I got nobody to work with. I'm like, So I saw he was disappointed. So I sent Hunter a message, the guy who ran the school. I'm like, hey, if Blake needs someone to work, I'll work him. He's like, really? Yeah. I work with him. And so my first match back was against him. And the crowd was hot. The place, I had so much fun. I'm like, man, these are all the old memories, and we're leading. I think this was, yeah, it was July, because I wore red, white, and blue trunks to the match, and the battle royal was, I believe, in either August or September. So we still had some time. June, July, yeah, it was like 3 months until the battle royal, and so I'm like, yeah, put me on the next card. So I just kept doing wrestle matches until we ended up doing the battle royal for Nick, and then after the battle royal for Nick, Jimmy Blaze hit me up, and he was one of my tag team partners with the Masters of Brutality when I first came into wrestling. And he's like, "You want to do a show?" I'm like, "Sure." So I went up there and had a freaking blast with him. And then all of a sudden, I get a message on Instagram from Robert Ego Anthony, and he goes, "Who are you? Why don't I know you? I know all the wrestlers," kind of thing, you know. And I'm like, "This is who I am. This is why you don't know me. But I got a gym in Shorewood. If you want to come out for a workout." He goes, "I live right by your gym." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So he came out. We had a workout together. We actually filmed the workout together. It's on YouTube. I think he weighed like 210 pounds at the time, so he's like a lean, kind of skinny Ego. And we just took to each other really well. And I'll tell you what, man, that dude, when you give him direction in a gym, that dude is fire. Like he'll put the pedal down. He blew up to like 250 pounds of muscle, and he's wrestling with the NWA with Billy Corgan. Who Billy Corgan? Just a little inside Koa's mind. Growing up, I learned the guitar to learn how to play all the songs that I love from Smashing Pumpkins. I'm not even kidding. Like that band's my fucking favorite band, still to this day. I hit Billy up about his concert in the United Center that's coming up in October, and I was like, dude, if you got any like premium seats, or there's a code or something I can put in here to get some premium seats, let me know. And he's like, "I'll take care of you." And I'm like, "Well, no," I said, "I have no problem buying the seats, but if there's a way to get the closest to the stage, because I want to take my daughter to the concert, like." My daughter loves Smashing Pumpkins. I think it was last year. We were front row at the Taste of Joliet, like watching him perform with the new band and the new songs and everything. It was a lot of fun. So Ego blows up to 250 and then becomes the North American champion. Like he wins the North American title as the Masked Scion. And I'm just like, wow. And he goes, "Hey, I got this company that's near and dear to my heart." I'm like, "Okay, who is it?" He's like, "It's AAW Pro." I'm like, "I know AAW Pro. They've been around forever." He's like, I was like, "What about them?" He goes, "I can get you a tryout match." And I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here." I was like, "That's where the best of the best wrestlers. So what the fuck would they want with me? I'm some old dude who does a couple cool moves. That's it." He's like, "Well, I can get you a match." So he did, and he ends up getting me a match with primetime Anthony Katina, he's now, since I've met him, he's worked with AAA Lucha, he's worked with TNA, he's in the WWE Performance Center. Like, this guy is phenomenal. We put on this great match. Crowd loves it. Everybody goes crazy. Danny Daniels backstage, he's like, "Hey, like yourself, you want to come back next month?" I'm like, "Sure." He just kept inviting me back every single month to work. And it's been going like that for 4 years straight now. So I did AEW for I think I did like 3 matches with them. Got enough in-ring film footage, because a lot of my film footage I was using was from the fucking 90s when I had like super long hair. I looked like Jimmy Snuka. I look like Jimmy Snuka's little brother, or son, you know. And nothing compared to what I look like now as a full-grown man and champion bodybuilder. So fast forward, I get Robert's Ego goes, "Hey, I can get you in with NWA. Get you a tryout match there." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "I can meet Billy?" He goes, "Yeah." Sign me up for that, please. So we go in and do that. I sold like 100 tickets to the show. I'm not even bullshitting, dude. It's a fucking. And here's the thing: I asked all my clients to screenshot, and members of my gym to screenshot each ticket they bought, and I sent them to Ego, and Ego sent them all to Billy and be like, "Hey, Koa's coming. He's bringing a shit ton of people." So we come out, I get a match, I get a couple of things in the match. The match is over. It was like a fatal 4-way, I think. And then at the end of the match, I took the pinfall, and I stayed in the center ring, because one thing that I was taught is after the match is over and the winner's decided, you want to try to get that final approval from the audience. And if you did a good job as a face, you stay in the middle of the ring, get up real slow, and then pander to the crowd and see how they react to you. And they fucking reacted hot. And then I got to meet Billy, which was a huge moment for me because I was such a mark for him, still am. And then yeah, he's like, hey, we like what I like what I saw today. Would you like to come back for more? So I just did that, and I did it for 2 years. And I ended working with NWA. It was about a year ago. It's just too much, man. Like, I'm 47 years old. I'm running 2 gyms. Got a 10-year-old daughter, and I love pro wrestling, but it's taking its toll on me, and it's beating me up. And I was just literally talking about it today. Like, my short-term memory's gone. Like, I can't even, like, I'll probably forget about doing this podcast tomorrow, and I'll have to listen to it back, and then I'll remember it. It's a lot of the things that the head impact, and it's not just from wrestling. It's like it's playing football in Hawaii without a helmet. You know, like street football for a long time. It's playing organized football. It's wrestling amateurly. Like, there's a lot of impact I've taken to my head about boxing. Like, growing up boxing, there's a lot of stuff I did that's jarred my brain, and I'm like, being able to recall things is getting harder for me. But what I do notice is when I start talking, like example, you had told me about that match. What are your thoughts about this match? At first, I had no idea what you're even talking about, and then the more we talked about it, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a couple of things that are coming to me right now. Yeah, the pro wrestling's fun. It's been an addiction for me, but there is a side effect of it. You know, it's an extremely physical business. It's not for the weak of heart, man. I've traveled, like, in this last 4 years, wrestling every weekend. I've seen so many different types of indie wrestlers, and I'm sure you've seen them too, man. You've been talking to wrestlers for a long time. You've been like watching the sport for a long time, right?
Oh yeah.
How many people should not even cross the line, and they should just stay fans that you've met? They have no business being in the ring. Like, and another thing, like, there's no way in hell they could have ever passed the physical stress of a true wrestling school. A true wrestling school beats the piss out of you. It makes you tough. It hardens your body. A lot of these people that I see in wrestling schools now, and I see going through seminars, they're complaining about taking back bumps. I'm like, back bump is the easiest bump there is.
Right.
Let alone they won't even take a back body drop because they're so scared. I'm like, how did you even get into a match, like, and be allowed to enter a ring, and you can't do these things? That's just me. That's the way I grew up. I grew up with wrestling. Only the strong survive. They would, they'd invite so many people out to a quote unquote tryout, beat the piss out of you. The people who they felt were strong enough to make it, they said, okay, you 6 out of the 20, come over here. The rest of you have a nice day. Thanks for coming out. And then they'd say, hey, listen, we think you have what it takes to make it. And back then it was such a secretive business, because nothing was out about it. You would take that that secret of the business, and you would take it to heart, and you would protect it at all costs. Kayfabe was real back then. And the people that were offered in this, they were tough for a reason, because not only were they physically tough, but they felt they were mentally tough enough to keep the secret of the business. Now it's like they'll take anybody's money. It's fucked up because I'm looking at wrestling schools and they're so cheap. I'm like, wait a second, it's only $50 a month. That's it. How much is the down payment? What? But then you see what they're getting out of it. They're getting some dude who's training them that should not be training them. They're bumping around a ring. It's completely falling apart. Yeah, there's a lot of crap out there. That's why I always tell people, if they're going to go to a good school, dude, Black and Brave produces some of the best wrestlers in the entire Midwest. And now Mustafa Ali has a school in Chicago. Oh my God. Like, I'm watching reels of this. There's some really legit schools out there that you can, like, really learn the business the right way. And you got people behind you that can get you somewhere in this business. So if anybody's out there listening to this and they're interested in getting into pro wrestling, number one, ask yourself, would you pay to watch you fight? Look at yourself in the mirror. Take your shirt off in the bathroom. Maybe you're about to go take a shower. Look at yourself in the mirror. Say, would I pay my hard-earned money to watch me fight? And if the answer is no, stay a fan, because we need you fans. We need you. But if it's the burning desire so much inside of you that you go, you know what, I would pay to watch me fight. Okay, number one, you're delusional. Number two, you need to get in a gym. And number three, good luck, because there's a lot of pain ahead of you. But if you can make it through all of that, it's completely worth it. If it wasn't worth it, I wouldn't still be doing it. I would have gave this shit up a long time ago. But the adrenaline rush I get from getting in front of that crowd and commanding their attention, working with my opponent, doing my best to best them, getting out there and just being physical, it's absolutely addicting.
Have you, obviously you own, your own gym, you're helping and coaching people. Have you ever considered being a wrestling coach and training students?
I have no business being a wrestling coach. I'm telling you that right now. And I've been doing this a long time. I've had thousands of matches. I have no business being a wrestling coach. I know my role in life. I know the lane that I'm supposed to be in. And the lane I'm supposed to be in right now has afforded me a great life. I have a really good life. Can you tell me right now how many people are wrestling coaches that can say, hey, I got a great life? There's not many, man. They're broke as shit. They're living in trailers. What kind of life is that? Like, go work at Costco, upgrade to a house, or at least get an apartment. But we only have so much energy inside of ourselves every day. The more we divide that energy, the less focused we become. Energy flows where focus goes. If we divide our focuses, we divide our energy, we divide our habits. Put your energy and your habits into making yourself more money. Don't do something like wrestling coach, especially like, wrestling school's $50 a month. What the fuck? How are you gonna make money on $50 a month? That's crazy to me.
Right.
Like, there's no way you can tell me you're gonna make any money. Oh, another thing. Oh, I got it. These are just my pet peeves of pro wrestling. If you're in the wrestling business and it's tax return season, and you see these organizations pop up and they ask you to be a part of the show, you better think twice about doing it, because a lot of the shit that they got going out there, they're going to put you up against opponents that have no reason to be in the ring. Like, you could be a well-trained person and everything could be going good with you, but you get hit by somebody who isn't trained right or thinks they know what they're doing, and they can injure you permanently. This is a very violent and physical form of entertainment. You don't need to make it more. It's already bad enough as it is. Even with well-trained people, it's a painful form of entertainment. It's a painful sport. So don't make it worse by taking the money of the tax return promoter. I'm sure you've heard those stories too, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody that is doing well for themselves as a coach is a one Ricky Morton. You had the honor of actually being in the ring with him.
That's my coach.
Yeah, what was that
Every
experience?
time I see him, I say, "Hey, Coach, what's up?" And I'm like, "Coach, where are we eating lunch today?" Rick Morton's amazing. Love him, love him, love him. Got to be in the ring with him several times. Had a lot of fun with him. He's everything everybody says about him is true. He's just a wonderful person, and he's still going, dude. And he's still going because he's got a fire inside his heart for this business. He's got a fire in his heart for it. So yeah, Ricky's amazing people.
And you were able to wrestle his son Kerry as well.
Kerry's a good dude. He's got a bright future. He's going to be amazing. When Kerry and I worked together, he was a full-time college student and a college athlete at the same time. So he was devoting all his energy up. Sorry, I had to take a drink right now. I'm going so long-winded. I'm drying my throat out.
No worries.
Yeah, Kerry, college athlete, college student, full-time. He's an entrepreneur. He's a businessman. The guy's got his shit together. Like, he's so good, and he's so entertaining. He's so much fun to watch.
I mean, obviously, you hold Ricky in so high regard. What was it like, wrestling father and son?
That's a great question. I never thought about it that way because they're so like Kerry is his son, but they're so like they're individuals.
Right.
They're different, but they're the same. I believe Kerry is going to have an amazing future in whatever aspect of life he chooses to put his energy into. And it might not even be wrestling. He could just be like going into entrepreneurship, being a business owner. He'll kill it as that because that's who I believe he is. In wrestling, he's doing amazing. I mean, he made the PWI Top 400. I think this is like his 5th or 6th year in a row. The kid's great. How was it? Amazing working with him in the ring. The whole Southern Six. I got to work with Alex. I got to work with Big Silas. The whole group is a lot of fun to work with. Man, that's a great question. Because I'm thinking back on it. My brain sucks. I'm thinking back on it, and I think that Kerry. I got him during his greener area, which I wouldn't even say it's that green. It's just less seasoned than he is now. I would love to work with him now and see how he is. Which you never know, that could happen.
Oh yeah. Well, another seasoned veteran you've been in the ring with is a one homicide. You also teamed with Colby Carino as well.
Yeah, Colby's good. People.
What was that experience like being in the ring with, obviously such a legend like, Homicide?
Homicide's a lot of fun to work with. He had told me before the match. He says, "Hey man, I'm gonna bring it." I'm like, "Oh, okay then, I'm gonna bring it." So he cold cocked me with it, and I gave it right back, and we just started fucking each other up, dude, right in the middle of filming. We were at, I think we were at Station One Studios in Nashville, and we just started pelting each other hard as fuck. I kicked the shit out of his head. He punched me hard, dude. We just started beating the piss out of each other, and dude, he ended up throwing a fucking chair at my face and blowing my split my lip open. Yeah, it was awesome, dude. That was a great match. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to watch it back, like they throw me out to the concrete. Joe Alonzo holds my arms, and then Homicide bowls the fucking steel chair right into my face. It was awesome. And when he hit me, I like spit up, and I saw like blood shoot everywhere. And then my head hit the ground, and I just thought to myself, there is no place in the world I'd rather be than where I am right now, having the time of my life, because that was so much fun. Just trying to physically best these guys who are legends in this business, and knowing that they're giving their all now because I'm giving my all, and they don't want to look bad, and I don't want to look bad, and we're just all fucking each other up. Man, it was so much fun. Yeah, amazing.
And during your time with, NWA, you worked Skyway Studios, studio wrestling. What was it like, competing there? And, obviously,
Who did I work there? I don't remember.
I believe you wrestled Silas?
Oh, that's right, dude. Yeah, that match was tough. Dude, he hit me with like 7 finishers, and I just kept kicking out. That was a tough match. He's like, I don't know what he's billed at, but I'll tell you, he's legit like 6'6", 6'7", and he's every bit of 300 pounds, and he's lean and he's big, and he's powerful. He fucking threw me around like a rag doll. It was awesome, and I'm not a little guy either. I'm pretty built guy myself, and yeah, that match was so much fun. Every time I try to do something, he just throws me in the air. It's like, well, that didn't work. And then I try something else. He throws me in the air. Oh, that didn't work. Nope. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks for acknowledging that match, because I wouldn't have thought to bring that one up. That was a good match.
You were in the ring with a lot of high-profile names for NWA. Like I said, Silas, Homicide, Joe Alonzo, teaming with Colby Carino.
Yeah.
Thomas Latimer.
Yeah, Thomas Latimer match was my favorite one, because it's like where, Billy trusted me enough with his champion to say, hey, let's put these. I want to see Koa and Lat together, and let's see what they can do. Oh my God, like that match was so much fun. I'll be forever grateful for both Thomas and Tom Latimer and Billy Corgan for allowing that match to happen. You know, because I didn't really like my character wasn't even developing. I think, I just lost to Blake Bulletproof Troop. I think that was right before that, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, he did lose that match. He did look good, but we'll give him a world title shot. Like what? Like they're like, yeah, we really want to see this match. I'm like, I'll be ready. Like whatever you need me to do, I'll be ready for this match. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
What does that kind of mean to you to be trusted, with all these high profile names and be regarded as somebody that, obviously Billy could trust?
Well, it says a lot about me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't hurt anybody. That's the biggest thing. Like I get in there and we go hard. You're gonna feel a match with me. You're gonna feel it. The next day you're gonna be like, "Fuck, my jaw hurts," but but I can still eat. Shit, my ribs hurt, but I can still breathe. I go in there and I go hard. It's hard hitting. It's impactful. It's a lot of fun. It's always entertaining, but you can wake up the next day and do it all over again. I've got to say, I've had like so many matches, and I can't even remember one time someone getting hurt. I think no, Duck. I was doing a battle royal, and I threw a guy out, and he's got to be like fucking 60 years old. So number one, what the fuck are you doing in the ring at 60? He threw him out, but I threw him onto his feet, over the top rope onto his feet, and when his foot hit, he slipped, and it like popped. He said he popped his knee. But it couldn't have been that bad because he didn't go to the hospital. But that's the only time anybody's ever said anything that I've ever done has had like a negative impact on him. So yeah, I feel like I am a great person to work with because I'm down for anything. Literally, there's no bump too big. There's no spot too heroic. Like I will do literally anything, and I'll make sure you're safe. I'll make sure that you're going to be able to go home and be safe.
I mean, Bret Hart said that his biggest accomplishment in pro wrestling was that he never hurt anybody.
Correct. But he would you got to remember the reason I call myself the Hitman is because I'm a huge Bret Hart mark. Like that, I love Bret Hart. But let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Could you've analyzed Bret Hart matches before? You understand this. Hopefully, the crowd listening to this that takes in your podcast listens to this, they can envision what I'm trying to say in their head. Bret Hart kept you safe.
Mm-hmm.
He cradled your head right. He took care of you on his punches. His stomps were great. Like everything he did, he kept you safe. And he did it for thousands of matches at the highest level in the most prestigious main events all over the world. That dude's a fucking like absolute legend. How many people can say that? How many people can say that they were able to do it at that level for that long? Like I honestly believe if he never got hurt, like Goldberg never kicked his eye socket in, the dude would have had another 10 years on his life. 10 years and probably like 15 to 20 million dollars in the bank account. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean he had a 20-year contract with WWE at one point. So I mean, he all roads were pointing that he was going to very much stay a part of pro wrestling.
Yeah, and he would have made it too. Because if you think, like, I'm thinking back at it right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I'm not, I don't have an ego to be like, hey, I'm not wrong about that because I saw it with my own two eyes. No, I could have seen it through a different filter. Like, I believe that Bret Hart's matches, he never did anything too crazy. Right? Like they would pull the padding up and then take a bump on the concrete, like a suplex, maybe a Russian leg sweep or a body slam on the concrete. But he never did like a plancha to the floor. He never did like moves that were considered like risky today. He never like flew to the outside. He didn't have to because the dude is a fucking technician in the ring. He knew his character. He didn't stray from his character because how he made his money was the excellence of execution. He executed his moves in a strategic way that made sense. He picked a body part and tore it apart and then made you tap out to the sharpshooter. You know, he'll take the knee apart. He'll start kicking it in sideways, kick it from the rear. He'll start working it. You know, he'll do things that made it believable. That's what a true wrestling technician is, and that's why his career could have easily gone another 10 years.
Oh yeah.
You know,
The
like
only like crazy bump I could think that he possibly took was when he would put them for the finger four on the ring post.
yeah, that's not even a bad bump. That's not even bad. There's
Yeah.
nothing bad about that. That's actually it's relatively a safe move. It's a pretty easy move because it looks a lot worse than it actually is.
Right.
Yeah, man, that guy. Oh man, he's so good. And the only time I ever got to meet him, he was so genuine and so nice. Like, yeah, he's a stand-up guy.
Hell yeah. I think it's time for
Well, really quick. So let's talk about the ad. Let's talk about the reverse of Bret Hart. Okay, so Bret Hart, very safe, could have a 20, 30-year career in pro wrestling at the highest level, take all these high-profile matches and entertain the crowd, right? And he could do it. He could have done it for another 10 years, easy, right? We both agree on that. What about the stars now that you think they're not going to have that long of a career, that they take too many risks, that they're not going to be able to walk straight when they're 50? How many of those wrestlers exist now?
I could make the argument that that's 75% of AEW's roster.
Or 75% of the indie roster, you know, because all these indie kids coming up, they're like, here, this is just my opinion. Take it or leave it. They don't cut good promos. They don't get people invested in their matches as far as like the character development's not there. So they wow them with these amazing high risk moves that they pop me. They get me off my chair and I'm cheering for them, you know. It's hard being in the business and not getting up when someone takes the risk that this motherfucker could have broke his neck right there. I'm gonna stand up, and he did break his neck. He made it really good. It was super clean. I'm gonna pop. That just popped me right there. But but then you put in the same token is like, if my daughter got into pro wrestling and she wanted to wrestle that style, you better believe I'd be sitting her down and be like, listen, there's other ways to do this. Who's at the top of the business right now? Roman Reigns. Do you ever see Roman Reigns doing crazy shit like that? No. Why? Because he has invested his time to his character and to creating a character that is believable, that is entertaining, and it draws the focus of the audience into what you have to say, not only during the promos, but during the match. How many times have you seen Roman Reigns have a conversation with the audience while he's in a wrestling match? Every single match.
Right.
It makes it so much. And then what does he do? He's got a couple moves that he does, and you know, he takes the same amount of like bumps every single time. It's just, you know, it's like shuffling the deck. You throw out an ace of spades, okay, there's a Superman punch. You shuffle the deck, you throw out a king of hearts, you know, there's a spear. You know, so it's like he'll do the same moves every single match, but yet he's at the top box of his draw. Like there's nobody that commands more attention in the sport than him, and he can keep it safe to where, you know, he can battle with leukemia and still be the top dog in the company. He can focus on his fitness and come out completely shredded every single WrestleMania, and he'll be the top merch seller. It's not necessarily because he's doing a fucking Canadian destroyer or doing a backflip off the top rope. He doesn't do any of that shit. What he does is he tells a story inside that ring that nobody else can do, just like him.
You mentioned saying if your daughter was ever to get into pro wrestling, has she expressed interest in getting into the business?
So a lot of the smaller indie shows, they'll let me get in the ring with her, you know, before the match. So we get in the ring and we do stuff together. Right now, I told her the story of what I feel like are my failures in life. Is that I had too many things I focused on at one time, and it distracted me from a singular goal of being the best at one thing. And so I take those lessons and said, listen, we got you in cheerleading right now. You've done all the tumbling for years. You've done dance, you know, your choreography. Now we have you in cheerleading. Let's just focus on cheerleading. So everything that we do, from the workouts that I have her do at the gym with me, to the when I'm having her cook downstairs with me, like she's eating healthy food all the time. I make sure she gets all the sleep she needs. I make sure she focuses on her studies, and I want her to be singularly focused right now, because it's so easy to get distracted, especially when we don't just live in the physical world. We live in a metaphysical world. And what I mean by that is the device I'm talking to you on, communicating on you right now, my phone, it can distract you in so many ways that it become like a burden on your life. It's a negative energy in your life. And I don't ever want that to happen to her. And, you know, like she's had a tablet since she's 3 years old, because I have these learning programs that we put on there. And I'll be honest with you, they're great. She was able to do mathematics so fast. She's able to read and comprehend way quicker than any of her other friends. Her scores are so good in school, and I believe it's because of me putting that tablet in her hand so early. The really cool thing, just really quickly, I want to go over this, is she clogged the toilet. This was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. She clogged the toilet, put too much toilet paper, and went to flush it, wouldn't flush. She went on YouTube and figured out how to unclog the toilet.
Wow.
And she showed me what she did. And she's like, I went to YouTube, I typed this in, you know, clogged the toilet, how do I fix it? And I'm like, this girl, that is so impressive.
Yeah, and I mean, what, she's like 6 at this point?
I think she was 6 or 7. Yeah, she was 6 or 7. She just turned 10 this month. I can remember when I went to work the next day, I told all my clients, and they're like, well, okay, so it's not all negative on there. I'm like, no, there's some positive things to it. So I do believe that she is able to absorb more information because she's exposed to more information, if that makes any sense. You know, as a kid, if I wanted information, I'd have to go to a library.
Right.
Well, how often can you go to a library and you're 5 years old and both your parents work, you know? So, and then they got you at your grandma's, and your grandma's making dresses for a living, so she's working all the time, and I got all my cousins and everything at grandma's house, and we're not really getting attention. What we do is we get into trouble, you know, climbing trees, doing crazy stuff in the backyard, you know. Now these kids have access to so much information, they are able to figure things out at a much younger age.
Right. If you use technology the right way, you could do great things with it. Unfortunately, not a lot of people do it, though.
Yeah, no doubt. So example for me, so I drive 25 minutes to work every day. So I have about 50 minutes on the road every morning. Or I'm sorry, 50 minutes in total on the road every day. And for the longest part of my life, I would listen to music in the car, and now I don't do that anymore. I'm listening to podcasts like this one. You know, I'm listening to things that could feed me more information. That my entertainment level now, when I'm in my car, I want to be entertained with information. I want to learn things now, and so, like example, I'm excited to drive to work tomorrow because I've listened to about 40 minutes of the Chris Van Vliet show, and he's got former NWA. I think he held the title for like 1,000 days. Nick Aldis on there, so I'm excited. And I don't listen to anything. I don't listen to the podcast unless I'm driving or doing cardio. It forces me to get into this habit where I'm not like listening to podcasts all day long when I'm at home. I'm spending time with my daughter. I'm working on projects at home. You know, I'm doing things that I need to do to advance my business or advance my life outside of that. So the biggest takeaway I think if people can get from this podcast is you have only so much energy to put out every day. What you decide to use your energy on is going to become who you are. And don't let yourself become some person that just sits around and watches TV all day and is like, or watches movies all day, or just watches stuff that's kind of brainless activity. Get out there and do things that can teach you and educate you and help you become a better person in life. Go to a gym, work out. Like most of the country's depressed and obese and out of shape. Well, the fucking cure is at a gym, and you can't tell me you can't afford one. They got Planet Fitnesses for $10. You know, spend $10, invest some time into yourself, get out there, and you're going to make some friends there. there. I don't know anybody who's ever been to a gym and not made a friend. You know, make some friends that have like-minded goals. You know, there's so many times when people come into my gym and I just start introducing them to everybody there because I'm helping them network. I'm helping them create a social environment of positivity around them so that they say, you know what? I don't have to go to a gym today. I want to go to the gym today. I'm going to go see my friend Harry. I'm going to see my friend Sarah. I'm going to see my friend Matt. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to pump up. I'm going to feel good about myself. You know, I'm going to be a positive light in this world. And that's why I love what I do. Like working, I've been working at health clubs since I was like 15, 16 years old. I started as a janitor, and this is all I've ever done. And I see so much positive from it. I never see a negative thing from it at all. So things to take away from this pod is Koa likes to talk way too much. Anybody who knows me knows that's the damn truth because I love people. I'm a social person. I love people, love talking, and I love to share my experiences. And my experiences with life are there. You only have so much energy. Figure out what you need to do to that day and put your energy into it and become a better person. That's it. Easy.
Well, since we're on gym talk, you have two gyms. It's for a lot of people, it's difficult to run one gym. What does it kind of mean to you that you were successful enough to open a second one?
Because in the second gym, I got my business partner Sebastian, and he's a fucking genius. He's a hard-working genius. I got lucky. Honestly, did. It would be too much. It would be too much for me to divide my energy. Like at the beginning, I had to. I had to divide my energy. I would spend 4 hours at this club, 4 hours at this club, get everything working, make sure the right people are hired and in place. And then COVID happened. That was tough because half my staff left. You know, they're all afraid to get sick.
Right.
Nobody wanted to come to the gym anymore. I literally thought one of the gyms were going to die. And then post COVID, Sebastian came up to me with a game plan, and he executed on it. And the dude is killing it. So I'm so lucky, so blessed to have him in my life. My other business partner, Mark, has always been there right beside me, and we've been killing it, man. We're doing good things. I do believe next year we will break ground on our first building that we own together. It'll be a brand new building, and hopefully one day we'll have both clubs in brand new buildings. And then the game plan is in 10 years we have 5 of these things, we sell them all, and we get the hell out of this state.
What state are you going to?
Somewhere that's a lot redder than this one. This state sucks.
So maybe a Florida or Texas?
I lived in Texas before. It was fun. And I vacationed in Florida a lot. But I do like Tennessee. I'm actually tempted to go to Indiana because the Bears are going there. I'm a huge Bears fan.
I mean, and Texas has good wrestling as well.
Sure.
Speaking of which,
isn't reality wrestling in Texas?
Yeah.
Booker T? Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a slew of other ones that are just fantastic, I would say.
Nice. My gear maker's from Texas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I think it's time for Koa's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
It's not PG.
It doesn't need to be PG.
Let's just put it this way. We got doing a show. Got a bunch of big names on the show. They put us all in one hotel room. Some of the fans came back with us from the hotel room, and I slept inside the shower. Brought a pillow and a sheet to the shower, and I slept while they all partied.
Okay, so wrestlers partying with fans?
Yeah, it was. I can't be a part of that. I am a devout Christian. I will not be a part of that debauchery. Disgusting people. Hey, but it made for good stories for them to tell. But those are their stories to tell. My stories. I literally went into the bathtub and put a pillow in there and a sheet, and I just went to sleep.
Was it comfortable?
Fuck no. Literally, because people were like fucking with me in the bathtub the whole night. They're like pissing and shitting and everything right next to me all loud. Come on, get up, kid. Come on. No, I don't want to be a part of that life. I almost went to the car and slept in the car, but it was like freezing cold that night.
I got you.
So other stories, like, there's not too many. I mean, we had fun. I think we went to Kid Rock's and in Nashville with the NWA crew. We had a lot of fun. It was good bonding, you know, good memories, but nothing too crazy, you know.
I got you.
I always try to stay clear of the chaos, you know. Yeah. Like Ego has this thing about don't hang out in the lobby because nothing good happens in the lobby. So when he told me that, I'm like, okay, going back to my room. So
That's actually really good advice for a pro wrestler.
well, but not only, but like you got to understand, like there's a group of individuals in wrestlers that are from the Chicagoland area, and they hold Ego in a high regard to where, you know, if he says something, then there's a reason he's saying this. And if you look at his life outside of wrestling, super successful. Like you take pro wrestling away from Robert Ego Anthony, he is super successful in life. Then you add wrestling, he's ultra successful in my opinion. He'll probably tell you different. I think he's ultra successful. Every show that I've done with him in the past couple years, dude, we sold the freaking joints out. We did like 1,000 people at the first Hollywood Casino show. You literally could not fit anybody else in there. We needed a bigger venue. Now, I think it's October, maybe November. See, I'm really bad with dates. I'm telling you, man. It's bad right now. Wait another 10 years. It's going to be worse. I'm really bad with dates, but we are going back to the GoPro Dome in Shorewood. And this place can hold like 2,000 people now because we've been sanctioned a bigger section of the dome. And last time I think we had 750 people. I could be wrong. It could be way more than that. I just know it was wall to wall with people. And I actually got to throw them through a table at that one. I powerbombed them through a table. We're gonna do a fucking. I don't think I'm allowed to say what we're doing, but it's gonna be indie wise the biggest show of the year. Will be October or November. You'll probably have to have him back on the pod so I can promote it, and I'll give you more stories, and I'll try to write them down so I remember them. But this is going to be the biggest indie wrestling show in the entire Illinois area because I'm telling you, we'll probably do like 2,000, 2,500 people. There's such a buzz about Ego Pro Wrestling right now. It's every single show we do sells out. I mean, he's had stars like Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston, Jimmy Hart. You know, our boy Homicide came out for one of the shows. You know, one of Ego's best friends in wrestling is John Moxley. Okay. You know, so there's so much opportunity to bring these big names. You know, and he's boys with Mustafa Ali, so you know he can. The connections that he has could create the greatest like attraction in indie pro wrestling, and it's because of who he is. Like he doesn't make a bad move in my opinion. Everything he does is calculated, it's well thought of, and it's successful because he centers himself with a group of people that are like-minded in the fact that we want to provide the best possible show. You know, for his last show, I think I sold 130 tickets to his last show. And how many wrestlers are doing that? Just a wrestler selling 130 tickets. You can't even get a wrestler to sell 10 tickets. You know, so some pro wrestlers are so unpopular in their family won't even freaking watch them. Isn't that crazy? Like, you're not even over with your own family? You can't get over with the crowd. You can't even get over with your own family. How are you even going to be a part of the show? I don't understand why this guy's booked right now. Please tell me why this guy's booked. Nobody wants to watch him, not even his own family.
Right.
Yeah.
Not even over with his family.
Yeah. But there are guys like that. I know you've seen them. I don't know of your background. I don't know if you hang out in the locker rooms or if you're privy to all that stuff. There's a lot of people that I'm like, man, stay on the other side of the gate. Right. Like get on the other side of the guardrail and stay there. You're better there. You're in a better position there.
Now, you know, outside of pro wrestling, Can you tell us about your love of Godzilla and your
What?
Godzilla?
How did you know about this? Yeah, dude, I'm a stupid mark for Godzilla. I've seen all the films. I own them all on DVD, and then I've got rare collectibles all over my house. My collection's probably a little over 10K right now in Godzilla collectibles. Yeah,
What?
I where it started was
Yeah.
so I grew up in Hawaii, and my dad's from Illinois. He went to Vietnam, got stationed in Hawaii afterwards, and uh, my mom would take us to these flea markets, and it was like a old volcano. I remember that. And in these flea markets, they would have like 25 cents, and you can buy like a video, like Godzilla and Ultraman, and a lot of pro wrestling stuff. Because I got a lot of the Japanese pro wrestling from these flea markets. But yeah, that's where I started with Godzilla, and then I would collect the figurines. And I'm like one of the only kids who would buy a toy and never open it, because I was like, no, I love this thing so much, leave it alone, don't touch it. And I'll tell you what I did play with though as a kid is I would get into drawing, so I would draw Godzilla, and then I would cut it out like a paper mache, and then I would play with the like piece of paper, be like rah, I'd chase off everybody else, all the little tiny pieces of paper. So or go out there and make it like it's breathing fire on the ants outside. Yeah, that was I was always outside, and I was always climbing trees and just playing as a kid. Like that was my thing. So it's like no wonder I fly off the top rope. It's no wonder I jump off balconies. I do stuff like that because it's not just to get the reaction out of the crowd, but it's to do it for myself. It's like to get that adrenaline rush for myself. I do some crazy stuff, and I still enjoy it.
What's your favorite Godzilla movie?
Hmm. I like the legendary films. I really do. Oh man, did you hear the actress that played in the last Kong movie with the Godzilla? The girl that was able to communicate with Kong. She's deaf. Did
Yeah,
you see that?
yeah,
She
I saw
passed
that.
away, man. I think she died in a car accident.
That is just terrible. I saw she
Oh,
was only
I think she's only like 11 or 12 years old
she
too,
was
man. That's so
18.
sad. Oh, she was. Oh, she just looked young. Those Asian people, they look so young.
Right. I mean, obviously, it's just a great tragedy. Honestly,
Yeah,
definitely too young.
that, yeah, for sure.
So the legendary films you said?
Yeah, I like legendary films. I think they're good. Although I did like the -1. I thought that was really well done. Yeah, they had that. Oh, the girl that was like 6 or 7 in that one. She was amazing. Like her acting skills are so good. Yeah.
And what is your favorite Godzilla piece that you have in your collection?
I have the newest. Um, God, what's it called? The Pink Charge. It's where her scales. I call Godzilla a girl. So just so you know,
Okay.
like a lot of people are like it's a guy. I was like, where's the penis? It's got no fucking clothes on. There's no penis.
Okay.
Which is a joke because I own dragons and we know the penis is inside them. But yeah, it's the one that's pink charged. It's downstairs. I bought it from Collectibles. Which one is that one? There's a company I go through that has artists that hand make these things, and the one I have downstairs is like one of 20 ever made. And
That's incredible.
I was able. I got it on a pre-sale, like literally. The artist says, "Hey, this is my idea." He showed the clay rendering. I'm only gonna make 20 of these, and Sideshow Collectibles is where I got it from.
Okay.
And so I put my pre-order in, and it was like 2.5 years later, it showed up at my house, and I was like, I forgot I even ordered the damn thing. I was like,
Oh yeah.
when it showed up at my house, I went, what is this? Oh shit, I ordered this for a long time ago, and then yeah, I was so blown away by the level of detail, and it is amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty much all collectibles from Japan. Pre-order,
Yeah,
yay, I'm going to get this. Forget about it for a year and a half, and then, oh yeah, I forgot about
yep,
this.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I remember when I first ordered, I kept checking all the time, like, when's this thing coming in? Damn. And then I forgot about it. Another thing I collect is fossils.
Hmm.
I collect fossils. I've been doing that for a while now. I just get such a kick out of owning something that's a million years old. that this was a living animal a million years ago, you know. So I think fossils are a lot of fun. I went on a meteor hunt 2 Novembers ago in New Mexico. Hunted for a meteor that landed in Diablo Canyon, and we were able to find 880 pounds of the meteorite as a team, and then I got to keep fragments of it. So I actually have one of the fragment pieces hanging from my necklace. I fashioned it to my necklace, my cross that I wear every time, and then I have a piece of moldavite on the other side of it. So it's a meteorite that was floating around in space, and moldavite, which is an impact gem that's caused from a meteorite hitting sand and then turning into glass because of the heat it projects.
That is incredibly awesome.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot of people are like, "You're a nerd," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's okay," but it makes me happy, and I love wearing it. And then when people ask me about it when they see it, because it's so odd looking, the meteorite it has this weird like metallic shine to it, and then the moldavite, it's like a weird piece of like green glass, and they're like, "What is that?" And I explain it, and then and when I put it on, I don't know, I feel good. I like wearing it. I don't wear it all the time though, because yeah, I'm mostly in the gym clanging and banging, and if I'm doing an overhead press or incline press, the barbell will come down and hit my necklace. I'll be like, don't do that.
Right.
So then I tend to take it off a lot at the gym.
But that's awesome, owning something that was from outer space.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. Yeah, my space rocks, and I've got a lot of space rocks now. I probably have like 14 pieces of meteorites, and then I've got like maybe 50 fossils from megalodon to fucking raptor, mesosaurus, stegosaurus. I have a stegosaurus fucking egg, an egg of a stegosaurus. That thing was a lot of money, but I was able to get the egg of a stegosaurus hatch. It was a hatch of like 22 eggs, and I was able to grab one of those from the place in New Mexico that we did the excavation with. Yeah, yeah, I love my fossils.
Is there something collectible Godzilla fossil that isn't a part of your collection, or that you want to be a part of your collection, or just
Oh
haven't?
man, I would love to get something T-Rex.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to get something T-Rex, and it could be like a foot claw, a tooth, something of a T-Rex. I think it would be really, really, really cool. Godzilla wise, I pretty much have every piece that I want for Godzilla. Yeah, yeah, we're nerding out right now. Um, oh, then another thing I love doing, I don't know if you have researched it on me, is I compete in custom car contests, and I have a four-time national champion C7 Corvette that I turbocharged, and it's won 4 national titles for custom cars, and it's like it was ranked as one of the top C7s ever. Like years ago at the greatest of all time tournament, I competed against like all the people that have won national titles, and I ended up taking the home top honors in that one. That was a lot of fun. That was in Alabama. Yep, that was a fun show.
And I mean, I feel like that's a different kind of drill than what you maybe get from pro wrestling. Is there any comparisons doing that compared to pro wrestling?
Well, so in pro wrestling, you are able to perform for 10 to 20 minutes, showcasing your talents and your believability and your malice as an actor and a stuntman put together. So that one, that's like you get 20 minutes and boom, it's done. Car show, it's like we sit there and we formulate, and then we look online at different parts, and I'm just trying to figure out what is going to be the best flow for the car, what I have in my price range, and then I put it all together and I try to make it mine, like this is my style. So a lot of the custom parts are one-off parts that nobody else can get, and those are not cheap because they're all made out of carbon fiber, and so there's a lot of attention to detail on my car. I actually just brought it out on, was that Wednesday? Yeah. Oh, yesterday. Yeah. Shit. See, my short-term memory. I brought it out yesterday to Corvette night in downtown Plainfield, and they had like a mile of Corvettes there. And it was really cool because I got to see other custom car enthusiasts and talk to about their build outs and everything like that, and make suggestions that I can see their car looking like. It's an honor when someone comes up to me, what do you think of my car? I'm like, it's very cool. I was like, do you love it? And they're like, well, I don't know. I want to do some new things to it. I'm like, what do you want to do? And they're like, I don't really know. I'm like, I said, this is what I would do if I had your car. And then they like the information, and I send them to the builder to get the custom parts built.
Another, interesting thing you've done is that you've been a part of the Mr. America as well. I believe.
Yeah. As a natural bodybuilder, I won that show twice. Once in 2007 and once in 2010. And that was a lot of fun. Let's see. Actually, the award for that show is the Excalibur sword. I don't know if you remember the Excalibur sword from King Arthur days.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have those two. That's another thing I like to collect is swords. I'm like a huge mark for like samurai swords, centurion swords, and then your fantasy swords like the Excalibur sword. Man, after I just watched He-Man for the first time last night. Did you see the new He-Man?
It was good.
I want to get that sword now, dude. I want to have the power. Come on, man. I want to say I have the power. Yeah, such a mark for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, are we talking about shoot swords or walking swords here?
No, with both. I have so my collection started when one of my best friends ordered me a sword in 2004 on eBay when eBay was just first coming around from Japan that was bloodstained still from previous use.
Wow.
And the sword was several hundred years old, and it's still downstairs. And that was starting of my collection, and I just been shopping them for ever since. And then the sword market has gone up so much because literally you could have bought a sword back then. Samurai swords are like, there's so many that people were like selling them for like $50 to $100, and now they're going in the thousands.
Right.
So yeah, it's a fun collect. It's fun to collect. It's fun to hold a piece of history in your hands and then say that I own this piece of history. Like, this was actually used in a battle. Like old muskets, I love. Old war relics. I love this. It's like this is a part of human history, and I own it. So I like doing stuff like that.
Unfortunately, I don't have any real samurai swords, but I have a few lightsabers.
Oh, I got lightsabers too. So I use Forge Sabers. Do you know that company?
Yes, I'm aware of them.
Yeah. So I got mine from Comic-Con, and me and my buddy Mark were going to actually compete at the Arnold Classic in a lightsaber competition. It's all choreographed, the whole thing. He'd be the Jedi, I'd be the Sith Lord, and I'd do like all the face paint and everything like that. And then his schedule got too hectic to where he couldn't even practice with me. But like I bought my forged saber blades, and I have quite a collection of them. I love them. I think they're a lot of fun. I bring them out every once in a while to like when the trick-or-treaters come over, I'll dress up. Those are fun.
Yeah, I have a Darth Maul's sword, I have Darth Revan, and I have the Darksaber from The Mandalorian.
With Revan, I thought that they were supposed to do something with Keanu Reeves with his character. Why did that never happen?
If
Do you
that
remember
is
that?
actually true, I am actually very upset about that.
Yeah, so all I want you to do is just type in Dark Revan and then type in Keanu Reeves and then read all the stories that were associated with it. He was supposed to be a part of the Star Wars universe, and he was all about it. He was like all set to do it too. So I just don't know why they didn't. Oh, hey, so are you a Star Wars fan?
Yes, big fan of Star
All
Wars.
right, so the Mandalorian Grogu movie came out. Did you see it?
I did not see the Mandalorian movie.
Bro, you're not a Star Wars fan. I thought you were. I thought I was talking to a fellow nerd like myself. Yeah, check it out, man. The movie's so good. It's like they hit every box with this movie. It was funny. It was inspiring. It was filled with action. It had suspense. It was so good, man. It like plucked on every string. I really enjoy that series. It's so cool.
I'm definitely going to catch it when it comes on digital for sure.
Are you gonna watch Spider-Man this weekend?
I'm going to see it on in a couple of days.
Yeah. So I was supposed to watch it tonight, but then like I'm not even bullshitting, and so I go to my schedule. I'm like, oh shit, I got to do this podcast tonight. I can't go to the show. I literally was gonna go tonight.
I'm
I'm a
so
part of
sorry.
this. I'm a part. Like I'm a super movie nerd. I'm a part of the Cinemark rewards program, but I have double platinum status because I'll like take my daughter and all her friends, and we'll go. And I'll just like so I've got so many freaking tickets I purchase every year, and then but they give me early access where I could have watched it today, like no problem. Like I have first dibs at the seats to buy the seats a month ago, and I was like, oh, I was gonna do that, but then I was like looking at my schedule, I was like, damn, I gotta do this podcast, and I'm like, I gotta tell you, I love these podcasts because I get a chance to spend an hour or two with someone that I've like for you that I've never met, but we already have a bond. Like you and I, before we have ever met, we have a bond, and our bond is pro wrestling and our love for pro wrestling. And as you can tell from the last like hour and a half we spent talking together, I don't shut up about pro wrestling. Like I could talk all day and night. Pro wrestling road trips. People usually have to put their headphones on to get me to shut up because, and I'll still talk. I'll still talk with their headphones on too, because it's like I can. I've had so much love for this sport that, and I've consumed so much of it that I love talking about it.
Absolutely. Like,
Are you gonna go to SummerSlam tomorrow?
no, I am nowhere in the vicinity of
Oh,
Minnesota.
gotcha. Yeah, I think the drive is 4.5 hours for me, so it's not terrible, but it'll be fun.
That's really good. I don't know how far Minnesota is from California, so
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, you're in California, so the closest I went to WrestleMania for the 2 night event with the whole week experience.
I went tonight too.
I went to school at Cal State San Marcos in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
What part of California? In?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, dude. All right, so Hollywood and Vine, the Palace.
Hmm.
I used to work there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, yeah, so one of my first jobs, I got to read IDs. I could take it. I was security. I got to do IDs up there.
Well, that's
So,
the
so I've
funnest
met
thing.
dude, I met so many famous people. So I would scan the ID, and then if there's a list, then the person next to me would work the list. But because I had like big arms and I'm like a little intimidating looking, they're like, yeah, we want Vince doing the IDs, and then Gary will be doing the list, which Gary usually only did the list. Dude, I fucking met Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake on my first night on the job.
Wow.
Like, what? They're little people. I didn't know they were so short. Yeah, but they were super nice. They were super nice there. And then I've met Madonna there. Yeah. Oh gosh, so many. Janet Jackson, um, Paul Rudd, Charlie Sheen.
That must have been
Oh my
interesting.
God, dude, Jessica Biel. No, Jessica Alba. I'm sorry, Jessica Alba was absolutely breathtaking. Like I looked at her and I read her ID. I'm like, she goes, yeah, I'm on the list, and I'm like, I said, I love your movies. She's like, thank you so much. I'm like, oh my God. In my head, I'm like, I'm in love with her, but I don't know what to say. Should I tell her I'm in love with her? No, she'll think you're an idiot. Oh man, you got to take your shot right now. Take your shot, and then she's already gone. Never saw her again.
Yeah. No, but I could definitely, yeah, Jessica Alba, definitely up there.
Well, I'm really dating myself by talking about Jessica Alba because she was like popular in the like 90s and 2000s. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan of her
Oh,
because she did.
Sarah Michelle Gellar too.
Oh,
Remember her?
Buffy.
Yeah, Buffy. Yeah, she was great. She's another little person. Oh,
I mean, they look bigger. Obviously.
on TV, but she's got to be like maybe 5'2". Like I'm not even kidding. She maybe weighed 105 pounds at most.
That's
Like she
insane.
was so tiny. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's a great segue into the colossal question.
What's
Let's
that?
say they're making a movie about you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
So I think that it would have to be number one. You have to have my entrance music, which is Andy Mineo. I Ain't Done. I love that song.
Okay.
You got to put some kind of Polynesian song in there for my growth and like when I'm growing up, some type of Polynesian music. Um, you got to put some Billy Corgan in there. You got to put some Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah. So my entrance music, Andy Mineo, I ain't done. Any Smashing Pumpkins song and any Polynesian song in the beginning. So yeah, those are my three.
Hell yeah. Definitely a solid 3 picks to say the least. Now that we got the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first. Then you write the script, and then you go the casting. Who plays you, and you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
There's only like a handful of Polynesian actors. You got Jason Momoa, but he's like way too good looking. You got DJ, but he's older than me. So I have no idea, man. I guess you'd go to the Moana film that just came out and picked any of those young bloods in there.
Okay, we could pick out one of the young bloods.
Yeah.
Now, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people significant to you and your story that would be in your movie, and who would play them?
Oh, that's a good question. Wow. For wrestling, you'd have to put Ego in there. Who would play him would have to be like 6'5" and jacked as shit. So,
I mean, they don't have
wow.
to be that tall, but movie magic, we could make them look bigger.
Yeah, I think wrestling wise it would be Ego, and life wise is my best friend Mark.
Okay.
Man, who looks so Mark is 6'7", and he looks like a fucking killer Viking. Like he's got long hair, like he's ultra jacked. And then Ego, the same thing. He's like 6'4", 6'5". Like all my friends are just massive people. I don't even know that many actors that are that tall, but I guess you don't have to be that tall. So, who looks like Norwegian? Mm, This is tough, bro. You got my brain working like hard right now. I would say, yeah, that's tough, man. I don't even know anybody that looks like them, either of them. Then the third person, I don't know who's significant enough to be in this movie that I like. Yeah, you got me stumped. I'm gonna bring the answer the next time we do a pod together, right before the GoPro Dome show. We'll do another one. I can't figure this out now.
That's fair enough. We could leave it up for next time. But for what we have right now, it is sounding like a great movie, a blockbuster, and you can pre-order the tickets now.
I think we'd have to make up a lot of shit and put in the movie for people who want to tune in, though. We gotta make like aliens landed on the planet, and then fucking then a kaiju comes out of the ground to rescue us. You know, we gotta make it like kind of like entertaining.
So we're
I,
making
I
an action movie,
yeah.
essentially.
Although I've done a lot of things in my life, I don't think it's that entertaining. You know, I like it, especially like when I talk to my clients that I train at the gym and I learn about their lives. I'm like, you really haven't done much in your life. Like you kind of just been steady, but they can afford to train with me, so they've been doing something right.
Yeah. Now on to a controversial subject: pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
Dude, I'm Polynesian, of course, yes. And if you don't like it, then don't fucking get it, and don't stop talking shit about it. Like, right? Tell these people to stop talking shit, please. Man, but so for me, my favorite pizza is crazy because they got this place called Lou Malnati's out here in Chicago. It's a Chicago style deep dish pizza. It's my favorite. Second favorite, I'm gonna go with the oh man, the Philly cheesesteak pizza. It's basically a Philly cheesesteak sandwich on a pizza. It's really good. And then the third favorite is a chicken Alfredo pizza. So it's Alfredo sauce with chicken breast, and then the white cheese. What is it? It's not Parmesan, mozzarella.
That
Yeah, those are my
sounds
three. Those are my three go tos. And then if I can't have any of those three, then I'll just take a pepperoni pizza. I love it.
a classic.
Yeah, yeah, I've eaten enough of those in my time.
All right, so pro pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I'd be going against my culture if I said no.
And ready to throw fist for it.
Well, I'll at least chop. I'll slap my thigh for that one. I remember, dude, this is a funny story. Here's a funny one. So I got done with a wrestling show, right? And then the next day, I'm just chilling at the house. I got my shorts on and everything, and you can see the side of my right leg is like completely bruised up. She's like, "Dad," my daughter goes, "Dad, who beat up your leg? It's so bad." I'm like, I go, "Oh, baby, I did that." How did you do that? I said, "I thigh slap when I punch." And she's like, "Why? Why do you do that?"
When she launched pro wrestling, this is the art of the thigh slap.
Well, she does that now. It's like, it's funny because when we see each other, we'll give each other a hug, and then she'll go to punch me in the stomach, and she'll thigh slap, or she'll go to kick me in my leg, and she'll thigh slap. She's so funny. Yeah.
All right, so she's pretty much ahead of a lot of indie wrestlers at this point.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's 10 and she's grown up in a ring. You know what's really cool? We had Paige from the WWE at our last AEW show, and Paige came out and she spent so much time with Avery, and it just made her feel good. She even asked for Avery to go up to the VIP section, and hang out with her up there, and she did. Took pictures with her. Then she told her tag team partner Brie Bella about Avery, and Bree sent Avery a video message of her on the plane talking to her and saying, "Thank you for supporting us. We're going to get you tickets to the next show," and everything. It was like those moments like that. No, how many kids ever get to go through that? You know? Yeah, and it's all because like she took interest. She saw my daughter, like, and they got along great. So I don't know if in the future she ever makes it in this crazy business, if that's what she wants to do, she's got a great base because she's literally got to like hang, like Maggie Lee calls her on the phone, right? I told her like when she got into volleyball, she'd send her videos and everything like that, and she's always spends time with her. Maggie Lee's going to be the future of the women's wrestling division. I don't know if you know who that is. M by Elegance in TNA. She's our AAW Pro women's champion. And then like Brian Pillman's kid, Junior. Yeah, he's Alexis King now. We did a match together here in Illinois, and he spent time with Avery and just like made her feel so good about herself. Like there's so many people that have been so genuine and so nice to her. It just warms my heart, and it just like I didn't have that kind of base like growing up behind the scenes, because she's behind the scenes, she's in the ring with us, rolling around, having a good time. I always got to talk to the people in their character. So they're always in character when I got to talk to them. One of the first ones I met was that had made a huge impact on my life was Rocky Johnson, Dwayne Johnson's dad, The Rock's dad, and he was unbelievable. He was so built and just unbelievably charismatic. Like that was one of my first impressions in pro wrestling in Hawaii. And I think that's why I like bit the bug, is because not only did I have a curious interest in it, but the wrestlers were so like they reached out and they made sure all the kids were having a good time, and they spent time with us, and they made me just be like, you know what, I want to be a super action hero in the future, like these guys are, because that's how I looked at them. I didn't look at them as prize fighters. I looked at them as like these are like heroes, like these are the people that I want to look up to. Just kind of wild. Because now I'm on the other side of the guardrails, and whenever a kid comes up and talks to me, I spend time with them. I drop down to a knee. I make sure I'm being genuine to them and make sure they enjoy the show. And I spend as much time as they allow me to spend with them. I just want their experience to be good. I don't ever want to be like have someone come up and be like, "Oh man, that Koa, he's a freaking asshole." Even if I'm playing a heel, like he ruined my night. I don't like that. That's okay if other heels want to do that, but I'm not okay with that. So
I think it's okay to play like a character, like in the show, but like scarring children for life, that's not cool.
no, I don't think it's cool either. Yeah. Right. Dude, can you imagine like Bruiser Brody like running into the crowd and everybody's just hightailing it out of there because they think this is a wild, loose maniac? Can you imagine like how many people he scared away from pro wrestling forever?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. When I used to watch those VHS tapes of him, dude, I was like, "That's the thing that nightmares are made out of." He was the scariest wrestler for me. And then when he came out, and they had a big show, I didn't even want to go to the show. I'm like, if Bruiser Brody's going to be there, I don't want to see it. I don't want to. I don't want to watch it because the VHSs. I always had his matches were so bloody, especially against Abdullah the Butcher. I've watched Abdullah the Butcher wrestle before live, and that dude like always became a bloody mess. And it would like me at 6, 7 years old, I was like, oh no, this is not good. That dude's gonna die in the ring. I can't watch this. Yeah.
So you were never going to be a deathmatch wrestler.
No, but I do have a lot of hardcore matches under my belt. Exploding barbed wire matches, where we took the ring ropes off and covered them, replaced them with barbed wire. Anytime you made an impact on it, it would shoot up a flare like a big explosion. Like I've done like no DQ all weapons matches. I've done stuff like that before. I don't prefer them because it feels like any idiot does those matches now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you look at a lot of the deathmatch guys, and that's not what I didn't spend 10,000 hours in a gym to build my body up to just perform like a deathmatch. But it can be done right because I've watched Sean Moxley do it so many times, and he is pure entertainment. There's not a single John Moxley match I've ever seen that I get away from the match and I'm like, that's fucking sucked. None, zero. They're all good. I take away something from all of his matches. I was a huge fan of Mick Foley growing up, but then when he did the ECW run where he got away from hardcore and all he would do is pro wrestling style matches,
Right.
I turned the channel, bro. I didn't watch it anymore. That's me growing up. I'm like, no, fuck this. So what else is on? Fast forward. I don't want to see this. It's stupid. But that was what he's going for. He's trying to turn the crowd on him because he was so beloved by the crowd, and he's trying to really flip them. I remember when. Do you remember when Sandman got blinded?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I remember, and then all the stuff with Raven and like all those matches. I tuned into all of those. When Tommy Dreamer put the chair through Raven's head, like when he was like handcuffed up like a crucifix, like that. Those are moments for me, like the hardcore aspect. I was so drawn to, but I never wanted to be like I want to be in that match. I always wanted to do something, in my opinion, that's more athletic, more entertaining, like more my style of wrestling. So. You're just kind of restricted and confounded whenever you're doing that type of match, and like I said, I've done them before. They just don't interest me. I'd like to do them with my friends that I trust, and then we can put something that's long lasting, because anytime we get in a ring and there's a good, production and it's filmed, it's for life. Like you can reflect back on that when you're 80 years old and watch that match and be like, damn man, we did some fun shit together, didn't we?
Right.
Right.
And the fun fact about the Sandman, the blinding spot,
Mhm.
the Sandman actually worked in, I think he was like a garbage man, or he was in construction at the time, and at his suit job, he wore a bandage around his head that
Get the
was,
fuck out of here. That's still, dude. That's dedication to character. That is
yeah,
amazing. Man, I want to shake his hand right now for that.
that is,
Wow.
ironically enough, I just the other day interviewed one of the referees that was in his last match during WrestleMania weekend.
That's wild, man. Wow.
Yeah, ironically enough, that interview is coming out tomorrow.
Good segue. Good
Yes.
segue. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna promote the show during the show, so be sure to tune into this right after this.
Well, talking about ECW, we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show. Did you
Yeah,
know?
Tracy's awesome. Yeah, we did it for Ego Pro. It was like I think it was last October at the Forge. We had a match that was dedicated to Tracy Smothers. They gave away the first Tracy Smothers award,
Oh,
which
that's
is a Tracy
awesome.
Smothers trophy. Yeah, that's the things that Robert does at his shows. Ego does these cool things and the way to like bring back the past, and pay homage to the guys who set the path for us. Which I think is so cool because a lot of people don't even know who Tracy Smothers is. You go in and like to any wrestling school and you start throwing out names from the past that like these are guys that impacted us on our journey into pro wrestling. They have no clue who they are.
Right. And there has to be some guys that there needs to be some names that need to be known when it comes to wanting to be in this business. I believe anyway.
Oh, 100%. Because, like, if you look at, like, the late, great Hulk Hogan, how many times have you seen Hulk Hogan take a really tough bump?
Really tough bump.
Yeah, like, maybe he got suplexed off the top rope or power bombed off the top rope or dove off a balcony or dove out of the ring. How many times? He's, like, very rare that he ever did anything like that, right?
Yeah, he hasn't. But
Because
I mean,
you
he
don't
drew
need to.
to.
Because you really don't need to. You just need to develop your character and get the crowd drawn in from your personality.
Right.
And you can have a long career in pro wrestling, and you can have a lot of fun. Because the dude was like close to 60 by the time he retired.
But going back to Tracy Smothers, do you know the acronym for Thug? THUG.
For Tug?
Doug. THUG.
Wait, you just said THUG, Thug?
Yes, correct. The acronym.
No. Uh-uh.
T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail. 'Cause a Doug can't spell.
Was that like a part of his gimmick? I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
Full-Blooded Italians, I believe.
Oh, gotcha. Full-Blooded Italians were so much fun to watch.
Yeah, especially considering Tracy was not a full-blooded Italian.
Nope. Nope, but he could play the part.
Yes, he could. And he did.
Yeah, the FBI was so much fun.
There's another name that's underappreciated, Lil Nunzio.
Oh yeah, so good.
On another note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully he's still alive.
But we would all hope.
Well, probably still doing what I'm doing. But you never know. Everybody's body ages differently. Like I really feel like I've conditioned my body so well that I'm able to hang with the younger wrestlers, no problem. Um, I'm in great shape right now. But if 5 years, something could happen. I could suffer an injury. You know, yeah. Where I'd like to see myself in 5 years is still doing what I'm doing.
Oh yeah. Now now that we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
I'm nowhere near the greatest wrestler of all time. I'm not even in the PWI 400, bro. Okay, greatest wrestler of all time. I mean, gosh, maybe Hulk Hogan. I mean, because Stone Cold's right there too.
So Hulk Hogan or Stone Cold?
They're like right there because they're the biggest draws of their generation.
Gotcha.
I think the greatest of all time will be Roman Reigns. I'm not even kidding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he will be the greatest of all time. He'll be remembered as the greatest of all time, but he's still going. So even though he calls himself the GOAT right now, Paul Heyman calls himself the GOAT, I do believe he is the most relevant wrestler right now going, but I think the greatest of all time would be Hulk Hogan. Or Stone Cold, man. They're right there.
Worst wrestler.
Go to any of these fucking indie tax return shows and you can pick like 12 of them. I know you know what I'm talking about, bro. Don't be so politically correct. You've seen some of these fucking dudes that are like, how the hell do you think you're a believable wrestler? Like, you can't even fucking your mom will whoop your ass. Like, get your ass back across the lines. Go buy a ticket. You're a fan.
You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Well, right now for the World Championship would be Roman Reigns. Right?
Well, it's technically dream opponent. Who would you like to wrestle?
It would be Roman.
Gotcha. If you could come out to anyone's entrance music...
Wait. Let's go back to that question. Yeah. Why? You got to answer the question, why are we wrestling? And the reason why we're wrestling is because I'm actually born from Hawaii. I'm born of the islands. You're not, Roman. Ooh. I'm a true Hawaiian. I'm the true tribal chief. Book it. Come on, man. I know you got connections. Book that fucking match. I'll give you half my paycheck right now. Give you half the hot dog.
If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
Real American Hulk Hogan.
Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is...
dead.
We would have also accepted. Tastes great on toast.
I have a Kayfabe is dead t-shirt is available on Coletta.com.
Perfect. Squash, vegetable or fruit?
It's a match.
I will accept that answer.
It's anybody I face. It's a squash match. I squash them all.
New Japan wrestler Taichi. His ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
It really depends on your character, man. It really does. If you got a great ass, you're gonna show it off, right? I wear pants to the ring just so everybody knows my ass isn't that great. My legs are great. My legs are great though.
So to each their own.
Yeah.
And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
No, dude. But I do strike up conversations with people in the supermarket all the time.
But not about Darby Allin.
No, like example, the last time I was shopping at so out here, I think you guys are HEB, right? You guys HEB Lion Foods are the ones that are in the California area.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, and then here it's Jewel-Osco.
Okay.
And I was at a Jewel-Osco and I was looking at someone's cart and I just literally said to him, like, I go, interesting choice of groceries. Hopefully you're not cooking that all at once. And that's like it made them laugh. They're like, no way. So yeah, I do. I just randomly talk to people all the time because you never know who is going to be your next friend, you know?
This is true. And that is the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much.
Come on, one more question. One more question. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, give me one more question.
Oh.
You weren't ready for it, were you?
All right, but if you want another question, tell us about your love of DragonBall Z.
How did you know about that too?
I know everything.
I do love the DBZ. Very excited about the new manga that's out right now. It's wild how we saw the characters evolve, especially Goku, from a toddler, alien toddler, into now he's a god of the universe. It's so wicked. But we've been watching. I mean, I've been watching this thing since I think I was like 3 or 4 years old when I first watched it. You know, saying I was just growing up in my life, and I really, really enjoy it. I had a match a couple Halloweens ago, and I dressed like Vegeta. And it went good. We literally had the whole place chanting Super Saiyan as I powered up for my spear to finish the guy. I actually hit the spear with the center of my poke. I put my hair up with hair gel to do the Vegeta, like looking like with hair going straight up, looking like a spear in my head. So I like speared him with my spear, which is on my head, not in my pants. Yeah, I hit him with the head spear, not the pants spear. Kind of like a unicorn. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so yeah, and then I'll go to like C2E2, Comic-Con. I'll dress up like that too. I just have a lot of fun with it. Oh, I had actually I made a singlet for powerlifting. I did the World Championships of powerlifting in like 2019, and I dressed like Vegeta, and I had my hair like him too, and I did all my 3 lifts just like Vegeta. Yeah, and then I would power up. Like before I did my deadlift, I was like, "Ugh," and everyone's fucking laughing. But it's like I'm just an entertainer. I just want to make people laugh, and then I want to make them ooh and ah because I did lift over 600 pounds for that one. I only weighed, I think I was 172 pounds the day of the contest. I got really lean for that contest. I'm normally walk around at like 210, 214. So yeah, I got really lean for that. I'm dieting right now. I'm going to do the Iowa State Arm Wrestling Championships. I'm gonna diet down to middleweight again for that. So I'm on the way down from 214. I think I weighed like 186 this morning. So I got another 10 pounds to lose, and I got to weigh 176 or less at this contest.
I'm assuming Vegeta's your favorite character.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
What's your favorite arc or saga, I should say?
I really like all the new stuff that's going on right now. I love the tournament. Um, I mean, who doesn't like the Frieza arc? Gosh, even Cell Saga, that was so amazing. Majin Buu Saga. I wasn't really into the GT. I watched it. I just didn't get into it. But my favorite version, which you probably have heard this before, is the abridged version of Z. It's just pure.
It's a Pokemon.
Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't tell you how many times I've watched it over and over again doing cardio. You know, I try to do an hour cardio every day, so I'm like constantly having to keep my attention with something. And I can't always just listen to podcasts because I'll get kind of tired. So then I'll listen to stuff like, "Oh, see, is that your Pokemon in the background? I heard it."
Yeah, he's being bad.
Your Pokemon needs to go potty. That's great. Yeah, yeah. I've watched a bridge over and over again, probably half a dozen times.
You know, it's funny because people say, "Oh, it's trashing Dragon Ball Z."
It's not
But
though.
it
It's not.
isn't.
It's paying homage to it in a hysterical fashion.
Right. It's a parody, but it still is. It follows the source material.
Yeah. I mean, I like they put. Let's be honest. They hard Goku. He's like full blown retard in it, but he's not that far off from it in the true story. So yeah, and then Vegeta's basically the same.
Basically.
Yeah.
I could make the argument that there was a few moments where Frieza and Cell were actually a little bit low-key better in Abridged.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. Yeah, yeah, it's pure comedy. I really enjoy. For a lot of people that they're like, hey, I'm gonna start watching Dragon Ball Z. What should I start with? And I'm like, honestly, I think you should start with Abridged. And they're like, well, what's Abridged? And I show them, and they're like, this is hilarious. I'm like, I told you. Now you're gonna fall in love with it the same way I did.
My favorite character is the Guru.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, yeah. That oh man, gosh. Yeah, I'm a huge bridge fan. You know what would be kind of a cool T-shirt is I'll put DBZ abridged with a greater sign and then put DBZ. That'd be kind of a cool T-shirt because only the true fans will know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, but I was like, then again, I make the T-shirt. Where do I wear it? Because at Comic-Con, I'm always in full costume. I always wear something.
I mean, wherever you'd like to wear it, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I do like at work a lot I would just wear wrestling t-shirts. You know. I don't even wear my work uniform anymore. I just wear pro wrestling t-shirts.
Hey, that is your work uniform.
Do you wear a lot of pro wrestling t-shirts?
I do.
Yeah. What's like your go-to? What's the one that you feel the most comfortable wearing and it's like, yeah, this is me.
Ooh, I like the CM Punk shorts, honestly.
Oh, Punk TV. Yeah.
There was the not the most recent Punk, but there was like an eagle with like a shield on it, and
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah,
Yep.
and I just thought that design was like so fucking fire.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. So I don't. You guys have Spencer Gifts out there, right?
Yeah, we do. Oh,
So the Spencer Gifts right now, like at our mall, is 2 for $20. No, it's buy one get one free on all T-shirts. So I bought two, I got two free. So I got a bunch of new stuff there. So you might want to check that out. A little plug to Spencer's Gifts right there. Good sale. Buy two get two free.
hell yeah.
Yeah, my go-to is my Macho Man one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And
Pretty much I always wear a Triple H one at least once a week. Old school like WCW power plant shirts. Old school Hulk Hogan. I've got a couple Ultimate Warrior shirts, even though I really don't care for the Ultimate Warrior. I still think they're cool, the shirts. Yeah, and then a bunch of like I wear the companies that I really treasure my time with. I got an AAW Pro shirt on right now. This one is the 20th anniversary T-shirt for AAW Pro, and then I wear a lot of Ego Pro stuff. I bought the fanny pack. I literally raided his merch stand and grabbed all his stuff. Yeah, I got a pair of sweatpants, shorts, T-shirt, fanny pack. Yeah, all the good stuff. Oh, I just bought its hot sauce too. The Ego Pro hot sauce. It's really good. It's banana pepper. It's a Joe Alonzo heat magnet.
that's
Good.
awesome.
I eat it on my eggs in the morning. It's good stuff.
And I actually have a Roddy Piper shirt that I really
Oh,
like.
I got a Rowdy Piper shirt. I love it. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. I wear it so much that it's like starting to disintegrate, if you know what I mean, like in
Oh,
the
I hate
armpit area.
that.
Yeah, it's like, damn it, I wore it too much.
But I
You know?
enjoyed wearing it that much.
No, for sure, for sure. Yeah, now that I think back, I have a couple WWF ones before they became WWE that I've been wearing so long. Like, you know how the material starts to change? It's like it's super thin and see-through.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, I feel bad. I don't want to throw it out because it means so much to me. Literally, I have too many T-shirts in my room. I need to get rid of some of them.
You know,
Yeah.
some people actually they cut the print out of the
Mhm.
T-shirt and they stitch it to a blanket.
Oh yeah, they quilt them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's see, I would totally do that, but I just don't have time to do it. I do like my grandma was a dressmaker in Hawaii, and my mom knew how to make clothing, and she passed down that talent to me. But you would think I would make my own gear, right? I just don't have any time to do it. I have an eye for gear, so I'll draw my gear out on a sketch pad, and I'll say, this is what I want, and I'll send it to my gear maker Avery, and then she's like, oh, okay, I got this, and then she'll send it back, and it's better than what I drew. She's so good. Like, I got some gear that I haven't worn yet because I don't want to wear it until the right opportunity to wear it, comes out.
Maybe that big show coming up.
Well, no, because I can't tell you the gimmick, but my gear is going to get destroyed.
Okay, I gotcha.
It's going to be hardcore. Yeah, people are going to walk in one way and they're going to leave another way. It's going to be a very intense night.
Sounds very uncomfortable.
Man, I hope the fans appreciate the amount of blood we're going to lose to entertain them. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. I'll as soon as it comes out, I'll send you the link because I'm sure you don't want to fly out from California to watch the show, but it's going to be one of the largest indie shows in Illinois. I'm estimating 2,500, 3,000 people will be there.
That sounds awesome. I mean, anytime indie wrestling does that well, it's it's great to see.
Yeah, and we don't even bring big names in, and that's how many people are showing up to shows. It's so wild.
And that's the important part, honestly, I would say, because obviously some places need that to pull in an attraction, but that means that the guys that are actually there are getting over, and that people genuinely want to see those individuals.
You're correct. That's exactly what it is. He builds the characters up through year-long promos. And it's not so much of the wrestling highlights, it's the promos that are pulling people in and be like, hey, I want to see this guy work. I've watched a lot of his promo stuff. I want to see him work now. It's very, very cool. It's yeah, I I can't speak highly enough of it. I'll send you some links of stuff to watch for it, and you're gonna be shocked at how big these crowds are. It's like wall to wall sold out venues. It's so much now that we have like some of the top stars are asking, "Hey, like I want to be a part of your show now," and not my show, of course, is the Ego show. They want to be a part of the show, so it's like it's really cool. Which it's limiting roster space, so you got to be on top of your game, or you're not gonna make the cut for the show. Which means come in shape, do film the best promos, get people to want to buy to watch you, you know, perform, sell tickets, do whatever you can to make this show better than the last one.
Hell yeah. And now we will conclude this interview for the
Yeah,
second.
we're going to like 2 hours right now. I love it.
Yes. Hey, you asked me to ask you another question, so
Dude,
here we
I
are.
told you I can talk about wrestling all day, and I'm not even tired. I'll go another hour if we need to. You're still paying me $100 an hour, right? So that's good. Like if we need to do another $100, let's go.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
check's in the mail.
I remember I still take those food stamps. I could use those foods. I'm gonna buy some steaks. Gonna go SummerSlam night 2. Gonna have a party at my house. Yeah. But I do hope I get to meet you one day. Like it'll be really, really cool. Yeah, most of the people I talk to on pods, they don't do the research, and I commend you for that because you really got me on some of these questions. And like now I'm like opening up the vent side of me that wants to be your friend. So yeah, stay in contact with me. I like you, and then we'll do more pods in the future. It'd be fun.
I appreciate that.
And then hopefully you can come out one day and watch me perform live. It'd be really, really neat.
I would love that. Unfortunately, out here in California, there's not a lot of, indie wrestling, I would say. But
Yeah, so when I was out there, I worked with a company called XPW, Extreme Pro Wrestling.
yeah,
Yeah, they're based out of like the Sacramento, LA area. They even did work in San Diego, but most of the San Diego stuff was the luchador wrestling, and which I love lucha style. I think it's so fun. It is. And you got to be an athlete to do it. The lucha wrestlers are in great shape, and they're like legit daredevils.
but the problem is San Diego's like 3 hours one direction, and Sacramento's 9 hours the other direction.
Yeah. But like my mom right now lives in Sacramento, and then my sister lives in San Diego.
Yeah,
So
and gas prices are $8. So
they're $8. Wow, we got it nice. We're like at $3.50 here.
that is like the most envious thing I could hear from you saying.
Yeah, but you got Gavin Newsom in charge of your state, man. That dude's a criminal. He's a crook. He's robbing from all you guys. He's a terrible governor. Absolutely terrible.
Now, once again, can you tell us where we can find you on social media and merchandise?
Koa _ Vince Robbins. That's my Instagram page, and I believe it's my Twitter handle or X handle too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that is too. I can't remember, man. And then Koa Loxamana on YouTube. Get some of my matches on there, and just kind of like day in the life stuff on there too, which is like my journey outside of the ring, like driving to events, talking about events, backstage, all that fun stuff. It kind of brings you. It's like what they do on Unreal.
Yeah.
Less detail, but before they did it on Unreal. So.
And your merchandise?
I don't ship merchandise anymore, so everything's got to be done in person.
Gotcha.
I just don't have the time to. I'm not even exaggerating. I work a 12-hour day at work. I come home. I'm tired. I don't want to do anything. And even just getting to like a UPS store during the day is impossible for me because I work 7 to 7.
No, I gotcha. And you don't have to type it into your Google machine. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox. Simply click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Give him a damn follow. And if you're at a show, buy a damn shirt.
See, now that's your personality come out. You were being so PC at first, and now I'm seeing who you are. I love it. I love it. I want to go the next pod. We're gonna go no holds barred, and we're just gonna try to crack each other up the whole time because I'm sure the audience is gonna love that because I know I love it. Anytime I listen to a podcast where people are being real and they're just having a good time, I like tune into that for sure.
Yeah, well, again, hey, there's a reason you came on. Gotta sell the merchandise. Gotta promote the social medias. Gotta
No, the
make it
reason
work the way.
that's not the reason I came on. The reason I came on is because you and I have a bond before we ever met, and it's pro wrestling, and I love talking about pro wrestling. I don't care if I ever sell merchandise. I don't care if anybody follows me. I've got like 30,000 followers on Instagram, and it's so hard for me to get through all every day I wake up I have like 40, 50 people message me, and I just swear to God I reply to everybody, and I spend all this time doing that. So the reason I came on this pod is because you and I share a bond for pro wrestling, and I knew I was going to have a fun talking to someone who's dedicating their life, like you're dedicating a portion of your life to this sport, this form of entertainment, and I appreciate that, and I thank you for thinking I'm interesting enough to talk to. And yeah, I will definitely do this again because you and I are friends now because of this first pod.
Hell yeah. And I appreciate you coming on and doing it with me because obviously I couldn't do this alone. It's fantastic individuals like you that make this, possible. So thank
Truly
you
appreciate
for...
if you want to do a SummerSlam recap after this, we can do like a quick 20-minute just recap the matches. I do that for Windy. I'm so sorry, Windy City Slam. I do a recap on the shows there too. Just quick. I just talk to Mike for like as fast as I can. Do predictions, stuff like that. And yeah, I like doing stuff like that. I just like being involved.
We could definitely maybe work something out afterwards. But yeah, until then, to our audience, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews, and follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Alright, when I say wrestling wit, you say entertainment, okay?
Got it.
For our special guest, Kawa, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling Wit
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.